Punisher, Phoebe Bridgers, yeah.
True North Reviews, True North Reviews, True North Reviews.
Hey there, welcome to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are talking about the Phoebe Bridgers record, Punisher. I'm going to stop that now. Phoebe Bridgers, on top of having a great name, is an American indie rock artist that previously and is still with Boy Genius. I'm not completely up to date with that. Either way, a supergroup of sorts comprised of Julian Baker, Lucy Dacus, and of course Phoebe. Their self-titled EP from 2018 was a passionate singer-songwriter project that beautifully fused the three artists' sounds, Bite My Hand being the song that introduced me to all three. And with that, I couldn't have asked for a better start to my relationship with Phoebe's music, or at least her collaborations, because with such a solid fandom kind of forming there, we're now checking out the solo material from Bridgers, in particular the sophomore record, Punisher. Heading into this release, I also had positive thoughts, high expectations. Kyoto and I Know the End really blew me away as a couple solid choices for singles. And even with some time sitting with ICU, I can totally see it as another indie rock anthem, maybe playing as a wingman type or under the shadow of Kyoto. However, as much time as it took me to come around on the song ICU, that was unfortunately the outcome for the rest of this album. It just didn't really click with me at first. For example, the mood and energy level really just fell off from the singles, and the rest of the project wasn't lining up with what I was previously exposed to or projecting. And again, most of the deep cuts just didn't strike me as something memorable or special at first. Maybe where I was listening to this album played into it. I was outside in grueling summer heat. And usually with that, I wouldn't give much thought to the time of year when listening to an album, but the dark and haunting atmosphere that this record's got going for itself, I really think Punisher benefits more from playing it in the fall season. I mean, it's kind of obvious with a song on here, Halloween, but I truly thought for a moment I was having an epiphany with that kind of idea, like, wow, maybe albums are better suited for different times of the year. Hence why we listen to Christmas music at Christmas time. Wow, that wasn't really that great of an insight. Anyways, tangent aside, or tangent here I should say, because this tangent is what most of this review is for me. I like this record. I like Punisher a lot. It just forced me to see myself in a different season, a different time of year. Once I did that, the songs definitely struck a chord with me, even with one of the sleepiest cuts, Garden Song, taking on a greater meaning. It's certainly hard to ignore the low and sinister backup vocals juxtaposed to the pretty ones from Phoebe. They seal the track for me. In addition to that, the title track was another one of those initial snooze fests, and with the sparse piano arrangement, you would expect it to run like a typical singer-songwriter track. And don't get me wrong, it still does kind of drag at some points compared to the other songs on Punisher, but I still enjoy it. That's the weird thing about it. Now, that being said, I can't fully defend another track on here, Moon Song. It is by far the most flavorless and dry cut-and-paste singer-songwriter tracks on here that just wanders nowhere. However, where that song fails, the others shine, even with a slight country twang on the guitar for the track Graceland 2. Even the more conventional singer-songwriter tracks on Punisher are reconditioned and refitted with brilliantly layered textures. Also great songwriting too. Savior Complex is a song that comes to mind for that reason, as it kind of plays like this lullaby for all the bad dreams that we hide. And in addition to that creepy narrative, the cut Chinese Satellite haunts listeners with the ominous atmosphere and pounding drums. It kind of makes the harrowing shrieks at the tail end of I Know the End really fitting and only meant to foreshadow. So yeah, upon first listen, I wasn't really digging Punisher at all. Like, if I had to give it a score after first listen, I couldn't see it going any higher than a 5 or maybe a 6 out of 10. But I'm certainly happy that I gave more time to review this. I took a few more listens, and I'm content with this album kind of being this slow growing piece of music that, again, might be better for the fall season. Some songs are tedious, but the beginning and the end is definitely worth it, I can tell you that. So with all those re-listens to Punisher, I am confident with giving it an 8 out of 10 7 as my final rating. I am looking forward to Phoebe, what she will put out next. Fingers crossed for another Boy Genius collaboration. And yeah, that's about all I have for this review today. So there you have it. There is the Phoebe Bridgers review of Punisher. Make sure you guys sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this music. Agree or disagree. I'm here to engage with you guys. If you'd like to leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. I'd appreciate that. As always, thanks for watching and have a rockin' day.